Picture this. You spent 3 years saving every dollar you could. You cashed out your 401k, took out an SBA loan, told your spouse, "Trust me on this one," and you finally bought your first semi-truck. You felt it. That feeling of being your own boss. No dispatcher telling you what to do. No more punching a clock. 2 years later, the truck is repossessed. You owe more than it's worth. Your credit is wrecked. What happened? That's exactly what we're going to break down today. Because a truck is not a money-printing machine by default. In the wrong hands with the wrong decisions, it is a wealth destruction machine. And the numbers prove it. Stay until the end, because at the close of this video, I'm giving you the 5 indicators that separate owner-operators who made it from the ones who didn't. Let's get into it. The gross revenue trap. Let's start with the most common mistake, the one that trips up roughly 80% of owner-operators who enter the trucking business, confusing the money coming in with actual profit. A Class 8 semi-truck running OTR routes in the U.S. can gross anywhere between $10,000 and $18,000 a month, depending on lanes, load type, and how many miles you're turning. That sounds great, right? But here's the part nobody tells you at the dealership. According to the American Trucking Associations, the ATA, the average total cost per mile for a Class 8 truck in 2023 was $227 per mile. That includes fuel, maintenance, tires, insurance, permits, and driver wages if applicable. On a truck running 10,000 miles a month, you're looking at $22,700 in operating costs alone, before your truck payment, before your health insurance, before you pay yourself a single dollar. And that's the industry average. For a brand new owner-operator without the buying power of a large fleet, no bulk fuel contracts, no fleet maintenance discounts, your cost per mile is likely higher. The trucking industry runs on razor-thin margins. Net profit for small carriers typically falls between 3% and 6% of gross revenue, according to industry benchmarks from DAT Freight and Analytics and the Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association, the OEDA. That means for every $1,000 you gross, you might actually keep $30 to $60. If you don't understand this from day one, you're sitting on a financial time bomb. The diesel monster. Let's talk about the cost that hurts the most. And the one with the most volatility, diesel fuel. Diesel represents, on average, between 25% and 35% of total operating costs for a heavy-duty truck. When diesel prices spike, trucking margins collapse, and many freight contracts, especially spot market loads, don't include fuel adjustment clauses, which means the carrier eats every cent of that increase. Here's a real-world example. In 2022, diesel prices in the U.S. hit a record high of $5.81 per gallon in June, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. The national average at the pump in 2020 was around $2.55. That's a 128% price increase in under 2 years. A Class 8 semi-truck averages about 6 to 7 miles per gallon. On a truck running 10,000 miles a month, you're burning roughly 1,500 gallons. At the 2022 peak price, that's $8,715 in diesel per month. At 2020 prices, that same fuel bill was $3,125, a difference of nearly $5,000 a month on fuel alone. Owner-operators who locked into fixed-rate contracts before the 2022 fuel spike, without a fuel surcharge clause, found themselves delivering freight at a loss, not breaking even. A loss. The national diesel average as of 2024 has come down significantly from that peak, hovering around $3.80 to $4.10 per gallon. But anyone who lived through 2022 knows it can move fast and it can move without warning. Diesel is the first monster, quiet when prices drop, catastrophic when they don't. Maintenance. The bill you can't ignore. A truck that doesn't roll doesn't generate revenue. Every trucker knows that. But what most underestimate, especially when they're buying their first truck, is the true cost of maintenance, both planned and unplanned. According to Volvo Trucks' published maintenance schedules, A heavy-duty diesel engine requires major service intervals every 100,000 to 150,000 miles. A well-maintained engine can last between 1 million and 1.5 million miles. The phrase well-maintained is doing a lot of work in that sentence. The problem is that many owner-operators, particularly those running tight on cash flow, postpone preventive maintenance to squeeze in one more run. That's exactly like borrowing money from the devil. He always collects with interest. A catastrophic engine failure on the road can cost between $15,000 and $30,000 to repair or replace, depending on the engine model and the severity of the damage. A transmission failure, $5,000 to $15,000. A rear differential, $3,500 to $9,000. And that's without counting downtime. Every day that truck is in the shop is a day it's not making money, but your truck payment, your insurance, and your fixed costs keep running. There's a concept that large fleets like Werner Enterprises, J.B. Hunt, and Knight Swift understand deeply: cost per mile for maintenance. These companies invest millions in telematics, predictive diagnostics, and fleet management software precisely to keep that number controlled. The independent owner-operator without that data is flying blind. The UIDA recommends that owner-operators set aside a minimum of 0.15 to 0.20 per mile into a dedicated maintenance reserve fund. On 10,000 miles a month, that's $1,500 to $2,000 per month sitting in a separate account before anything breaks. Most new owners never do this, and most new owners are the ones calling the tow truck on the side of I-40 at 2 in the morning. The loan that suffocates you. This is the most painful point, and the one least talked about openly in trucking Facebook groups and YouTube comment sections. Most trucks on the road in America are financed. They are not paid off. They are debt. Debt with the bank, with the dealership, with a commercial lender. And that debt has one cruel characteristic. It does not care whether your truck is loaded or empty, whether it's in the shop or whether the shipper hasn't paid you yet. The monthly payment arrives on time, every single month. A new Class 8 semi-truck in the U.S., think a Kenworth T680, a Freightliner Cascadia, or a Peterbilt 579, costs between $150,000 and $200,000 brand new, as of 2023-2024. Financed over 60 months at commercial lending rates, which climbed steeply with Federal Reserve rate hikes, reaching 7% to 10% on commercial vehicle loans in 2023, your monthly payment on a $160,000 truck can be between $3,200 and $4,000 per month. Used trucks are cheaper, but come with their own risk. You're buying someone else's maintenance history or lack thereof. A used 2019 Freightliner Cascadia might run $80,000 to $110,000. But if the previous owner deferred maintenance, you could be buying a breakdown on 18 wheels. Now, here's where it gets dangerous. What happens when freight rates drop? In 2023, the U.S. trucking market entered what analysts called a freight recession. Spot rates on platforms like DAT plummeted, with dry van spot rates falling below $2 per mile at points, the lowest since 2019. Carriers who locked in at high-cost financing during the 2021-2022 boom found themselves in a brutal squeeze. The same truck, the same payment, but 30 to 40% less revenue per mile. According to data from Broughton Capital and Carrier Monitoring Services, more than 60,000 trucking companies went out of business or ceased operations between early 2022 and the end of 2023 in the United States. That's not a small number. That's tens of thousands of owner-operators and small fleets who didn't survive the cycle. The rule that experienced fleet financiers recommend: have at least 90 days of fixed expenses in liquid reserves before that truck ever hits the highway. How many new owners walk in with that? Very few. The invisible freight: clients who don't pay. The trucking industry has an endemic problem that rarely makes it into the motivational content on social media: bad debt and slow-paying customers. It means shippers and brokers who receive the delivery get the signed BOL, the bill of lading, and then simply Don't pay on time, or short pay, or dispute the invoice on a technicality. According to a 2023 report by Atradius on business payment behavior in North America, the transportation and logistics sector consistently shows some of the highest rates of overdue invoices in the B2B economy. Brokers typically pay carriers on net 30 to net 60 terms, which means you delivered the load 3 weeks ago, burned the diesel, paid the tolls, and the money still isn't in your account. For a single truck owner-operator with $3,500 in monthly fixed obligations, a 45-day payment delay can mean defaulting on a truck payment while waiting for money that is technically already owed to you. The broker ecosystem adds another layer of complexity. Freight brokers legally have up to 30 days to pay carriers under standard FMCSA guidelines, and many push that limit routinely. Some less reputable brokers disappear entirely, leaving carriers holding unpaid invoices. The OEDA and other advocacy groups have pushed for stricter broker transparency rules, with some reforms passing through the FMCSA in recent years, but the problem persists. Factoring companies, which buy your invoices at a discount for immediate cash, exist precisely because this payment gap is so widespread. Typical factoring fees run between 2% and 5% of the invoice value. That's a tax on your revenue just to access money that was already yours. No written contract, no confirmed payment terms, no credit check on the broker or shipper. That's how many owner-operators operate, and that's how receivables become regrets. The hidden costs. No one adds up. Beyond everything we've already covered, there's a category of expenses that quietly destroys underprepared owners. The costs they never budgeted for. Let's run through them. Permits and compliance. A commercial truck operating interstate in the U.S. needs a U.S. DOT number, MC authority through the FMCSA, a UCR registration, IFTA fuel tax reporting, and potentially HVUT, the heavy vehicle use tax, which runs $550 per year for trucks over $55,000 LBs. Add state permits, oversize, overweight permits where applicable, and annual fees can reach $2,000 to $5,000 per year, depending on your operation. Tires. A Class 8 semi runs 18 wheels. A quality commercial tire, Michelin, Bridgestone, Continental, costs between $400 and $600 per tire. At standard wear rates of $80,000 to 120,000 miles, an operator running 120,000 miles per year is replacing a full set every 12 to 18 months. That's a $7,000 to $10,000 hit that many first-year owners never projected. Insurance. Commercial trucking insurance is one of the most expensive insurance categories in the country. A new authority carrier, someone with less than 2 years of operating history, can expect to pay between $12,000 and $18,000 per year in primary liability coverage alone, according to Progressive Commercial and other major trucking insurers. Add cargo insurance, physical damage coverage, and bobtail insurance, and total annual premiums can easily exceed $20,000. Depreciation. A truck loses value with every mile and every year. That's a real economic cost even if it doesn't leave your checking account monthly. An owner who doesn't account for depreciation is systematically overstating their profitability. These hidden costs, added together, can represent 15% to 25% on top of your visible operating expenses. If they're not in your business model, they are the gap between surviving and going under. The 5 indicators of an owner-operator who makes it. So does all of this mean buying a truck is a bad idea? No. It means it is a serious business decision, not an emotional bet on independence. The owner-operators who build real wealth in trucking share 5 things. Number 1, they know their cost per mile. Exactly. Not a rough guess. An exact updated number reviewed monthly. They know what it costs to move that truck 1 mile, and they do not accept a load that pays below that number. Period. Number 2, they have written contracts with their customers. They are not running on handshakes and phone calls. They have rate confirmations, payment terms, and consequences for non-payment in writing. They are vendors, not favors. Number 3, They have a cash reserve before they ever roll. Before the truck hits mile 1 commercially, they have 3 months of fixed expenses sitting in a separate account. That fund is untouchable except for a genuine emergency. Number 4. They follow a preventive maintenance schedule. No exceptions. They don't wait for the engine to tell them something's wrong. They follow the manufacturer's service intervals, keep a maintenance log, and treat the shop as an investment, not an expense. Number 5. They read their numbers every week, not once a year. They don't wait for tax season to find out if they're profitable. They track revenue, costs, and cash position weekly. They are business owners, not drivers with their name on the title. A truck can be the best financial decision of your life, or it can be the beginning of your financial collapse. The difference is not the truck. It's the information you bring into the business before that truck leaves the lot. If this video opened your eyes, share it with that friend or family member who's been talking about buying their first rig. You might just save them from the most expensive mistake of their life. And if you're serious about the trucking business, subscribe to this channel. We don't do hype here. We do real numbers, verifiable data, and straight talk. See you in the next video. Keep the shiny side up.